before you start doing any video, think about the end in mind. Where are you gonna post these videos? What are these videos going to be? Do your pre-production, and that's gonna help you determine what equipment you should purchase, because you don't need to buy everything. And so a basic tripod. Mine back here, it's a little more than a basic tripod with the carbon fiber legs and sorts. So I wouldn't necessarily say spend $500 on a tripod. You can simply spend maybe only $25 on a tripod. And a lot of people ask, okay, well, what camera should I use with that? Many of you have a camera right in your phone or right in your pocketbook, and that's your phone. Your phone, especially nowadays, go into your settings, go into your camera settings. Most phones these days can record in 4K or better. And when it comes to online posting, yes, you can post a 4K video, but many times 1080 is the highest it can actually handle, full HD. And so when you record in 4K, what you can do is record a wider shot, and that gives you some variety in the edit to cut to a close up and adjust that angle a little bit. And so, one second. So make sure that you not only get a tripod, but then you get some sort of clamp that can then hold that phone and then have it on the tripod. So the next question is, okay, do I hold the phone horizontally or do I hold the phone vertically? Well, end in mind, where are you gonna be posting your videos? Let's say for our example here, you're gonna be posting to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Well, now we're discussing people that like a few different aspect ratios. So if you're gonna be posting in places that prefer different aspect ratios, always go wider. And by going wider, that means recording in that full horizontal view, the landscape view, because you can always edit to make it, vertical. You can't do the opposite. And so if you think that you're gonna be posting to TikTok or you're gonna be doing Instagram stories or anything like that, or Reels, Facebook stories or Reels, then go wide, have the full version. So you have a great version for Facebook and for YouTube, and then you can edit down to make it that portrait shot. And so a lot of these holders, you can flip it if you needed to. Let's say you're like, you know what, I'm only focusing on Reels and TikTok. That's totally fine. Then you'd have your phone vertical the whole time. But I would advise, give yourself flexibility. I always like to say, repurpose your efforts. So record a full large size video and export the audio only. There you go, you have a podcast. Record the full widescreen landscape video and trim it down to be vertical for TikTok and Reels. So if you're going to be just a talking head, that's like what I am right now, you just need a basic tripod, something that's just gonna be steady and not move. If you're going to be using your camera to maybe get some pans, that's from going left to right and left to right, or tilts, that's going up and down. Perhaps you want to do your own listing videos. Then you're going to want to get a tripod with what's called a fluid head. So those are a little bit more expensive. You're looking at least $50 for something with a fluid head. And then again, that's going to allow you to make those nice fluid pans and tilts. Now let's say, you know what? I think I want to walk and talk. I want to be someone who goes into the Scottsdale area and walk around and discuss the area around me, or walks into a home. Then you want to make sure that you have some sort of gimbal. So a gimbal allows it to be kind of like a steady cam, which instead of the Blair Witch Project where everything's all shaky and crazy, it's going to be nice and smooth and fluid, and you can walk and talk with it. Inexpensive basic version of it. So this is only like $100. It's something that you would just hold out, similar to kind of like a selfie stick, but not fully extended all the way out like a selfie stick, where you can then walk and talk and normally there's a button where you can flip it to then either have like the frontwards camera or the backwards camera used. So that way, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna be here showing you this new home I'm about to put on the listing. All right, let's go for it. You can press the button, it'll switch then to the outside camera. You open the door, there you go. So this is a very, like I said, inexpensive basic version. This is one where you'd actually even have to use your phone as the camera. And there's buttons on here that, like I said, can then help make it go to whichever side of your camera. You can then have a button to then, see, there we go, we have one right here. So you can use it to do the panning and the tilting and so forth. Like we have a Ronin. So a Ronin is one of the ones that it's the two handles. We have the whole backpack unit, full Steadicam status. So a little bit a little bit more expensive than your $100, but again, you don't need to invest in such heavy equipment because we're also not putting phones on it. We're putting, 10 to 15 pounds of camera on there in class.